forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the rookie 7th-round pick. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now that play stopped by Drake Jackson. Now you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. Williams brings it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. 23 yards the pickup there. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And even 50 receiving yards for him now in this first quarter alone, and also a first down. Mahomes now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll buy some time right. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Blue striker.
To throw, it's Lance. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Ready.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Slot man moves right. On second down, McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake. Lance flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
One shot. Red, cycle.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance, man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Off left tackle, it's McCaffrey. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Mitchell. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. First down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards. Lance looking to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete. Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Cornell Powell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken a 4th quarter lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5. Desperation time here. Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Let's go now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Lance to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Field black. You yellow. Ready?
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Here's Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Again, it's Lance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Mahomes going to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, that 2nd half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the 2nd half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the 2nd half, that's a surprise.
So for the Chiefs, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.